Live. Yes, we are. Hey guys, how are you guys doing? Hope you guys can hear and see me okay. Let me get a sound check. Me and Mello are here. I'm here with my supervisor of the day. He has been working me to death. Oh my goodness, did you just burp? He just burped. How are you guys doing today? I am totally exhausted. I have been working my butt off. Mello has not been letting me rest at all. No breaks, no anything. Working on a whole bunch of stuff and everything. But I before anything though, I do want to share something with you guys really, really quick. You know how last week we talked about patches, right? And I talked about when I was trying to do those patches on fabric that I got from Joann's, and I didn't kind of like the way it came out. Well, I just went and I ordered Twill. Okay. Now, Twill, I did not realize I got a whole yard. I got 1 yard of certain colors that I thought would be nice for patches. Look at how long these yards are. It's huge. So I think this is not, it's different. I don't know if you guys can see, but I got this and I got hold on, I got stuff all over the place. And I try to get organized before the embroidery hour. I got the blue, this is yellow that I got, and this is the actual twill that is used for patches. And I got this from I hope I say it right. I think it's called Staffles, something like that. And I got purple. Here's the purple. You can tell how tall these things are. So I thought these would be really cute colors for patches. I just gotten them, so I am going to do a video of me trying these things out. Now these twills already come with the adhesive on them. So not only am I going to try embroidering on them, but I'm going to try to heat it on something. And I have like a whole bunch of colors too. I got red, black, I got gray, and I got white. And then I got these fun colors here. So, and I'm going to tell you something. This is 1 yard. I can only imagine how many patches I could do with all that. So I'm pretty excited about it and stuff because I know that patches are really, really popular. So I want to try to get into that and see how that goes. Okay, so let's see. Now today, one of the things that I wanted to talk to you guys about, we hit the month of September, right? October, before you know it, will be coming around the corner, and then Thanksgiving, and then Christmas. Okay. Halloween is a cool holiday for the kids and all that kind of stuff. But for me, for what I do and stuff like that, my big time frames is Mother's Day, Father's Day, and usually Thanksgiving and Christmas. Now I do make sales throughout the year and stuff like that, but really Thanksgiving and Christmas is like the time that I really like my shop really blows up, and local sales are kind of like they get crazy because of my dinner napkins, because Thanksgiving is coming around. Everybody wants to dress up their dinner napkins, so those are really, really popular, especially for the folks around where I live. They like to order them, and sometimes they have a lot of requests on different colors because they want the dinner napkins to match their dinnerware and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, one of the things that I started doing today is I started to look at, okay, I need to ramp up, right? I need to really prepare for what's coming ahead so that when it does come, I can go ahead and I can handle whatever it is, right? All the orders and, making sure that things are stocked. So last year, and I think I shared this with some of you guys, last year I was rushing my orders during Christmas because I wanted to hit the road and go to Florida to visit my mom, my sister, and stuff like that. So I was really rushing the orders. However, though, I really didn't plan, and I have some lessons learned from last year. I didn't plan on some things to occur. And one of the things is now it's like I'm looking at it from the perspective of I need to prepare. Okay. I need to make sure that my shop is up and running, that I take care of all the things that I should be able to take care of now. Because when those orders start coming in and you have to turn on those embroidery machines and the sewing machines and all that kind of stuff and pump up the products, there's certain things that you really just don't want to deal with. Okay. So you know the best time to do things is ahead of time. Now I'm an organizer. I love strategic planning. That's one of my things. It's one of the things I like to do at work too and stuff. I'm one of those thinkers that I don't just think about right now. I'm thinking like 5, 10, 15 years ahead. So one of the things that I wanted to do is I wanted to share with you some of the things that I wrote down as I had my staff meeting with Mello today, of some of the things that I got to get going. Okay. Now, one of the first things that I did, and I did this last night, and something that I highly recommend is that you go into whatever business you're doing, whether you have an Etsy shop, Shopify, whatever it is, look at your sales. Review your sales, analyze them, see what were your best sellers, what were not your best sellers, and what was the price range in case you played around with some of the prices. I know that sometimes when people first start off, they kind of like use low prices on some of their products, and then they gradually up and increase the prices. So my whole thing is, look at what your best sellers are. Try to focus on those, and see if you can come up with designs that are close to those best sellers. Okay. The other thing too is, when you get that information as to like what your best sellers are, if you are selling personalized items, okay, like something that people actually have to go ahead and order with their name and stuff like that. Well, you're kind of stuck with those orders because you really can't do anything until the actual order comes in, because you really don't know what type of personalization the person's going to want. However, though, if you have certain products like I do, I have some kitchen towels that they're not personalized. They just have a saying on them and some kind of embroidery design. And sometimes they'll sell a lot. So what I can do is I can ramp up and I can make some of those in advance. Now, I'm not saying go crazy and go ahead and make like 100 of them. Okay. What I usually do is I make sure I have like at least 10 of them in stock. Okay. They're not personalized or anything. And when the sale hits, then that's something that I can just go to the shelf, grab it, package it up, put the mailing label on it, and just ship it out right away. I don't have to turn on the embroidery machine for it because it's something that I had already created and it's ready. And what I like about the things that I sell is that I don't worry about sizes, right? So for folks that kind of like deal with the clothes and stuff like that, you're kind of in a pickle because you can't really do anything until the actual order comes in. As for me, the kitchen towels are all the same. I only offer 2 colors, and usually I only offer one color for a particular design because I just think it looks better in that color. Okay, so I usually deal with white or ivory kitchen towels. I don't deal with other colors in that. So usually I'll just go ahead, and if I have certain designs that I know sell well, then what I'll do is I'll go ahead and I'll embroider 10 of them. I'll have them packaged it up and I'll put them in the shelf, right? And then that way they are ready for sale. So when some purchase comes in, like I said, just package it up, stick a mailing label on it, and out the door. And it's good, okay? And then I can just focus on those orders that come in where they want their names on it. Then that's easy. Then I'll have the machines running for that, okay? So, review what you have done. Look at even the sales that if you had your shop or something like that last year, see what your best sellers were last year also, okay? Because that could be a good indication that you may have a similar experience this year as well. So look throughout the year, look at what happened last year, what you sold a lot of and what you didn't sell a lot of. And then that will kind of give you an idea of where you can go ahead and start production on, okay? The other thing is, this is really the time for you to really review your shop in its entirety. Okay, the look, the feel, the branding, everything. So if you want to give your shop a makeover and stuff like that, like maybe you want to update your listings, you want to put new pictures on there. Maybe you want to improve on your item description. You can add videos to your listings on Etsy. Okay, it's not just the title and the price and all that kind of stuff. Add a video on it. It doesn't have to be a video of you making it. You can have a video of someone showing it, opening it up. Sometimes, like I bought today I bought a pocketbook off of Etsy, and one of the things that I really liked about it was they had a video of someone opening the bag and then showing the inside of the bag and stuff like that, and then just turning it around so that you can get an idea of how the bag looked. And that you could do the same thing with your products. Take that time, okay? Get your nails done. Hell, I got mine. Get your nails done, or if you have a friend that has really pretty hands or something like that, just take them a lunch or something like that and say, hey, I want you to just do me a favor and just stage a little area and then put your products there and have your friend hold it and stuff like that, and just video. It's just a small little video of the product, so that way there's people can really get a more solid idea of what it is that you're selling. Okay, so take a look, just give it a facelift. Put new pictures on there. If you look at every single listing you have out there, okay, and see how you can improve it. Look at your tags, okay. If you're not getting a lot of hits, then maybe what you should do is go to erank.com and you can go look for keywords and stuff like that to get that listing more noticeable. Make sure also that when you're going through those listings, that's the time also for you to review the processing times that you have on that. Remember, Christmas is the time when those orders really, really come in, okay? And people are probably, my best bet is they're probably going to be shopping more online than actually going into malls, okay? Even though I know, things are a lot better outside and stuff like that. But, I just feel that, I don't know, people feel more comfortable doing it. And at the same time, what I kind of like about Etsy is that this is the place where you can really find unique gifts for people that, you really can't find anywhere else, right? So because everything is handmade and all that kind of stuff, right? So this is really the best time. If you look at your shop right now and you don't think it's really at its best, right? Or it is at its best, but you just want to refresh its look, or you want to look at your listings and maybe organize them a little better or something like that. This is really the time to do it. You don't want to wait till November hits, November or December. You're not going to have the time. It's just you're just not going to have it. The availability is not there, because you're going to be focused on filling those orders, and that's where your focus really should be. This is stuff that you should really be doing prior. Okay. The other thing too is, if you're thinking about adding new items for you to offer to your customers, this is the time to do it as well. Right now I'm focusing on increasing my stock, as not only increasing the stock and filling the orders that I have locally as well. But I got new designs that I have, and that's my focus tomorrow. Tomorrow I will be embroidering all my new designs and preparing them for photos. So that, once you have, do all that, try to, what can I say? Let me see. How do I want to say this? Okay. It could get overwhelming. All right. When you have, the more items that you offer for sale, the more overwhelming it can get. Okay. So I guess let me see how to say this. All right. Know what your niche is and stick to it. There is just so many different things out there. You can do sublimation, and you can do sublimations on shirts, on cups, on so many things, bags and all that kind of stuff. You can do embroidery on so many different stuff. Some people like to sew and all that kind of stuff and everything. Unless you have a lot of people that work with you, it can get kind of difficult and tricky when you are offering a little bit of everything, right? So what I like to do is I do have multiple items in my shop, but it's stuff that I know that I can whip it out real quick because there's really no learning curve for me. I kind of mastered it, and to be honest, you shouldn't really be offering anything you didn't master at. Okay, the reason why I say that is because as customers buy your items, when an item leaves your shop, you want it to be the best of the best. Okay, you truly do. You don't want to ever you know have something leave your shop and it comes out a little like funky or something like that. Okay, because that can, all you need is that one review, and sometimes you have that one customer that comes out and can give you a bad review. So just always, what your niche is, what you're good at, stick to it. I'm not saying don't learn new stuff, but when you're at the time, for me personally, when it comes to November and December, that's not the time for me to learn new stuff. That's not the time for me to explore. I got to focus. I got orders I got to fill. I got to make sure that everything that comes out of here is top notch. And, I'll wait till January when everything is slow and stuff like that. And then that's when I'll look at other stuff and I'll say, okay, it's time for me to learn and perfect that skill set. Okay. So, if you got new designs and stuff like that, this is the time to add those items in. But when you add those items in, just make sure that those are items that you are truly ready to to sell, because remember, everything that leaves your shop represents you and your business. Okay, so and you want to do good, you don't want to do bad. Okay, so give it your all. Don't do anything half whatever. Okay, just give it your all. And so the other thing that I wanted to tell to you guys about is branding. Okay, branding is so important. Okay, a lot of times, especially if you're selling from a platform like Etsy, and you guys heard me say this before, those that have watched me, you want to brand your items, because what's going to happen is somebody's going to look at it and they're going to say, oh my God, that's so cute. Where'd you get it from? Etsy. There are so many thousands, probably even millions, who knows, of Etsy shops out there. You want to stand out. And the way to do that is to brand your items. In all of my kitchen towels, I use these. In everything that I sell, I try to put my label. Okay. Highly recommend that you guys do this. Okay. Because what's going to happen is, you don't want someone to look at your item and then they come out and they say, oh, it's just an Etsy item. Yes, an Etsy item. It was made by an Etsy shop called Unique Designs for You. And then they'll know to look up your shop. Okay. So very, very important. Now, the thing is, though, it takes time for me to sit there on the sewing machine and pull out all the dinner napkins and pull out all my kitchen towels and all that kind of stuff and sew these tags on, because I sew them. Okay. I don't, they don't, my stuff doesn't come with my own tags already on it. Okay. That takes time. I don't want to spend November and December sewing tags. So all day today, I had about, I think I did maybe 200. I think I did 200 towels, kitchen towels, and about 60 dinner napkins. And all I did was sat in that in front of my Etsy 1900 and put these suckers on. Okay, that's all I did. and then fold all my blanks neatly and put them in Carlito's room in his drawers, okay? Because he's in college right now, so he doesn't need the drawers right now, okay? I'll have to, and I think he comes home for Christmas, but I'm hoping that I'll have enough sales that all the blanks will be out of his room by then. If not, I think he'll understand, because it is paying for his dorm. So, sorry, I had to get water. Okay. So, brand your stuff. So, all the little things that you could take care of right now, I recommend you do them now. That way, you don't have to be bothered with the small stuff later. Okay. The other thing that I highly recommend, I really think this is important, is review your production line process. Okay. How you create your items. Look at your space and make sure that you are organized in a way so that you can produce your items flawlessly. Okay. Now, what I mean by that is when you talk to quilters, right? People that quilt, one of the things they do, and it's very common when you go visit them in their sewing rooms, is you will see that they have their sewing machine. Next to their sewing machine, they'll have a mini ironing board and they have their iron. And then they have, like, on the other side, they'll have like a little tray to, cut threads and all that kind of stuff. And you will notice that when they move to create their items, it's like everything is within reach. So when I'm saying, look at your production line, the way my production line works is I have my table that's behind me. It's a rolling table, which is good because I do need it to move around. I have to hoop. I have the stabilizers underneath the hooping station. So I have my hoop. I take my stabilizer out, put it on top, clip it in. And then I just grab my towel, put the towel on, and then I snap it. Then I reach underneath, and then I grab my topper, and then I slice it, and I put it on top, and I turn around, and I'm in the machine. So I have like a process in place, okay? Now, my production line works great, but it will be a problem if I have to stop and get on the sewing machine and put and sew labels and all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of like, I guess what I'm trying to say is think about how you make things, how you move around in your space, so that way you're comfortable, you're not losing things and stuff like that, because it can get crazy. Okay. Because I know last year it got really, really crazy for me. Didn't get a lot of sleep. I was sometimes up till like 2, 3 in the morning. I really felt bad for my husband because the embroidery room is just right across from a master bedroom. So I know that when he sleeps, he hears the embroidery machines. But he was really cool about it. He didn't really say much because he knew. He was like, she's got to pay for Carlito's dorm. This is the way I fund his dorm. So, I would get up 6 o'clock in the morning. I was running these machines till like 3 or 4 in the morning. I really wasn't getting much sleep at all. I mean, you got to keep cranking. And, you got to make sure you meet those deadlines also, which when I'm talking about deadlines, this is the other thing too. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but if I didn't, I'll say it again. When you're looking at your listings, look at how long you're telling the customer that it takes for you to produce these items, okay? For the simple fact that if you have something that's personalized, like for instance, a kitchen towel or something like that, or dinner napkins, and they ask for 12 or whatever, right? Make sure that when you say you can have it in the mail in a week, that it is true you can have it in the mail in a week. Also think about, like when you're, other orders are coming in and stuff like that. You got to make sure you're organized, okay? So it can really turn into a big thing. You know what I'm saying? It can get overwhelming. But as long as you stay organized, you stay on top of it, and you prepared, because really this is what this is. This is all a preparation time for those 2 months coming. Okay. And this is plenty of time. We're in September. Okay. September, we got October. All right. So it's 2 months. We got 2 months to prepare. So this is the time for us to, take our time, prepare and everything like that, so that when November, December hits, we're ready. Okay. The other thing too is I want to talk to you guys about materials and supplies. Okay. Take your inventory now. That was a problem that I bumped into last year. Okay. I sell a lot of these kitchen towels. I ran out of the beige color. And when I ran out of the beige color, I was in a pickle. Okay. I could not get it because all of a sudden Amazon was out of them. All right. And I couldn't find them anywhere else. I even reached out to the manufacturer. They were out too. There was a supply shortage and I was in a bind. So I had to update all of my listings and I had to let my customers know I can only offer the white towel. A lot of the customers were fine with that. I didn't have any customers that came out and said, "What? I can't get the ivory. I don't want it anymore." They were all cool with it, thankfully. Okay. But the thing is, it added stress, right? And it added extra work because I had to go in, I had to redo listings in the middle of filling orders and stuff, and then talking to each of my customers individually to make sure that they were aware that when they got their item in the mail, that it wasn't going to be the ivory color, it was going to be a white towel. Okay. Then I also struggled with bobbins. Okay. I use magnetic bobbins on my multi-needle machines. I ran out and I couldn't find bobbins anywhere. I actually ran to my Susie's quilt shop in Manassas, and I talked to Susie and I said, "Hey, I need the bobbins." She had literally one box left in her store, and I bought her out. I said, I told her I need the box, So she sold the box to me and stuff, and it was bad, and I couldn't find it anywhere. Amazon's didn't have it. All Stitch was all out. I mean, it was bad. I mean, I was just like, oh my God. And I was sweating because I was like, oh God, is this one box that I bought from Susie going to last me until I have to close the shop to hit the road to go to Florida? Right. And, I don't ever want to be in that position again. So that is one thing that I highly recommend. Look at your threads, the threads that you use a lot that you're going to be using to produce those products. Make sure you have them in stock. Okay. Order them now if you have to. Okay. Make sure you have them. You don't want to run out of thread and then find out you can't replace it. Make sure you have enough bobbins. Make sure you have enough stabilizers. Don't forget your mailing supplies. Okay. Whether you use tape, you use shipping bags, the bags that you use, or tissue paper that you use to package your items. If you use stickers, your business cards, okay? Make sure that you are stocked up in your business cards. Any type of advertisements that you put together in your packaging, you don't want to run out of that either, okay? Because remember, once that product leaves your shop, it talks for you. That's going to be your voice. That's going to be advertising your business. You don't want to send out your product without any advertisements in there, without even saying a little thank you from buying from my shop, right? You want to be able to have those items. That is not the time to run out. So I'm telling you, it's like, it was really, really something that, it was a very hard lesson that I learned. And believe me, when you learn a hard lesson, you don't forget it. Okay. It's like mommy says, my mom always said, you got to learn the hard way. Well, I learned the hard way and I'm not going to learn that lesson again. Okay. The other thing too, mailing labels. Okay. I know a lot of us use thermal printers to be able to print on mailing labels. Okay. Don't forget to stock up on your labels. All right. You don't want to run out of that either. Okay. If you use boxes to ship out your items, make sure you got plenty of those in stock. And you got to remember too, if you're really in the business of selling embroidery and all that kind of stuff and everything, even to me, how I look at it is, even if you overbuy before the Christmas season, you're still in business after the Christmas season, right? You're still going to be selling. So those don't go bad. These are not things that go bad, okay? These are things that eventually you're going to use. But it's just that during this season, that's not the time to run out. So that's what I'm trying to say, okay? Let me see. I told you guys about the advertising. I also told you about checking your listings, making sure that your processing time is correct, because you got to remember you have to ship your items by a specific date. So a lot of my items, on some of them, I have like a 1 or 2 day shipping. Okay. I have been able to keep up with that. All right. But now I will be looking at my listings, especially for those that are personalized, because if I have those items that are not personalized, I already kind of have a lot of them pre-made. So as those are easy. Just grab it, package it, ship it out, right? However, though, when someone gives me something that's personalized, I may have to replenish some of the items that I already have pre-made. So I may not be able to create that personalized kitchen towel or dinner napkins in a 2-day turnaround. So I may need at least maybe 3 or 5 days. Okay. So make sure that when you are looking at your items, okay, look at that particular item and really be realistic with yourself on how long it's going to take for you to get that item out. Okay. But also remember, it might be a crazy time where you can get 5 orders a day, 6 orders a day, 10 orders a day, because that's happened to me. And it's like you'll hear your phone ching 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 ching, and it's going to get to the point where when you get the ching ching, you get excited because you're like, oh, I got a sale. But then when you get a lot, you're like, oh shoot, how am I going to do this? And you just got to hustle, you just got to do it. Okay, so just something to think about. And also think about your time. Schedule your time. And when you're scheduling your time, that's where it kind of correlates with your processing time of these items. Okay. You got to remember, you got to spend time with your family. Okay. I got to walk Mellow. Mellow likes to have his time with me and stuff. I enjoy spending time sitting on my deck with my hubby. You got to really schedule your time. Look at how your day goes, commit to the time frame. Okay. I'm gonna work from here to here. And then make sure you take time off from your shop. You have to. You'll go crazy. You really, really will. So make sure that you organize your time very, very smartly. Also, and I'm just talking about right now, I just mentioned the online orders. Okay. Some people don't just do online orders. Some people do local orders as well. I do that. Okay. I do a lot around the area where I live. I have a lot of small business owners that come to me and ask me to do their polo shirts, their jackets. I got, their napkins. So I do get a lot, bags, advertising bags and all that kind of stuff. And then I have to digitize their logos and all that kind of stuff. I recently had a school reach out to me. So, to do polos for them. Make sure that when you are working your local orders, that you keep in mind your online orders too. Okay. I am only a one-person shop. Okay. So I am very upfront, especially with those from my local orders, because I can't really talk too much with folks online. But when I have folks locally that want something from me, I always talk to them honestly upfront, and I say, hey, I want to take the order and stuff, but this is the time frame that I need. Okay. And a lot of times, I never had a customer come to me and go, oh my God, what? You need a week? That's unacceptable. I need it now. I never had one say that to me. I feel that, you just got to set the expectations up front. Okay. But the thing is, it's really mostly or being very, you got to be very organized. You have to know how to handle it. I find that having a planner is very efficient, works really well for me. Okay. I usually put down when I'm meeting with customers, and what their order is and stuff like that. I like to write down all of their stuff. Um, and I like to organize. And then I also, at the same time, when I'm taking a local order, I also look at my Etsy shop and see how many outstanding orders I have on my Etsy shop. And then I can kind of guess the time frame that the customer locally would have to wait. A lot of times though, I find that my customers from around here locally are really kind of like cool and understanding, because they come to me, and a lot of times when I tell them I need a week or a week and a half, especially for large orders, you know, like I've done orders for like 60 shirts, 70 shirts, even 100. And it's cool. It's not a problem, and I tell them, hey, I need a week and a half. And they're like, not a problem. I mean, and I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, it's okay. But my thing is, just be careful, because you don't want to mess up. Okay. You want to be very, 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 on point and stuff like that. Um, and then also organize your supplies. A big shout out to Linda. She is, one of the subscribers, but she also is one of my customers as well. For those of you that don't know, I have a lot of the heirloom. I keep saying heirloom, but heirloom baby blankets, and I do also sell them on the side. But I have like a whole bunch of them because I make the baby blankets as well. And she reached out to me and she put in an order for 3 baby blankets, and it was supposed to be all white. And I thought I had the baby blankets organized by color. And when I went and I went to the white pile, I grabbed 3, packaged them, shipped them out to her, and I didn't realize I sent 2 white and a blue. Thankfully, her customer liked the blue and wanted the blue, so she was like, "Okay." So thankfully, it all worked out. But she reached out to me to let me know, and I was like, "Oh my God, I didn't know I made that error," because we all make mistakes. So I was able to go through all the piles, and I did find that some of the piles got a little mixed up. That's the other thing too. You know, During the holiday seasons, even though I'm in here and I'm always working, 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 when I am closing the shop, before I go to bed or anything, I make sure that it is clean. Okay. Everything is put in its proper place. I don't just like turn off the machines and go, I had enough, and I leave. I don't do that. I sweep up the floor for any threads, turn off the machines. I change all the needles and stuff, because I don't want to, change the needles when I get up in the morning. Um, I wipe all the tables. I make sure the fabrics are put away. Like right now, it's not neat, but believe me, when I'm done with the happy hour, I'll be cleaning this room. I make sure that everything is in its place, for the simple reason is that when you get up in the morning and you come back and you have to fill those orders, everything is in its proper place. You don't have to try to rack your brain and go, where did I put those scissors? Where did I put the thread feeder? Where is those new packages of needles? I knew I had them here, and then you got fabric all over the place. I like to be organized. That's just me. I know everybody has their own way, but the way that I like to work is, when I come in, I like it nice and neat, and then I just start, and I start my day, and I start to do all my my orders and stuff. So, okay. So I said, think about your local sales and how you're going to process them along with your thing. Now, this one is really important too, okay? And it's something that a lot of people don't really think about it either. And this can really bite you in the behind if you don't pay attention to this. Make sure that you have that time set aside, okay? An hour or two per week to do your administrative work. And when I'm saying administrative work, I'm talking about making sure that you're keeping track of your expenses, you're keeping track of your sales, you're keeping track of your inventory. I use QuickBooks. And if you're delivering, because I sometimes do local deliveries, okay? Sometimes, my customers will drop off their items, they just can't pick them up. So, after I'm done embroidering them and everything, I put everything in the car and I drive to them. That's mileage. That you can write off on your taxes because that's a business tax write-off because I'm driving to the customer, deliver products. If I have to meet with a customer or something like that, you want to make sure that you keep track of all that stuff. And the reason why I say that is very, very important. And it can get messy. It can get messy, especially towards the end of the year. If you have to go and you have to buy fabric or you have to go buy needles or something like that, for the simple fact that receipts get lost. You can lose your receipts. You can forget that you took that drive to Joann's or Hobby Lobby or to the customer or something like that. You want to do this because you want to make sure that your records are straight. Believe me, when Christmas is over and everybody says Happy New Year, Uncle Sam's going to come for you, okay? Because April 15th will be next, okay? So that's when people you got to start looking at, it's tax time. That's all it is, okay? And Uncle Sam's going to want his cut. So you need to make sure that you are taking care of all your administrative stuff, all right? Do not, and I'm telling you, and I'm telling you because this is experience that I had done, okay? The first 2 years that I have been doing this, and I've been doing this for quite some time now, I would wait till after everything, right? And then I would say, okay, let me just start putting in all my expenses and all that kind of stuff. Well, I'm going to tell you something. My friend, he's a tax attorney, and he helps us with our taxes. And he was getting kind of, little tiffy with me, a little pissed off. And he had a right to be, okay? Because he told me. He was very upfront and said, Jeanette, keep your stuff straight. If you don't know what I'm talking about, let me know. And I'm over here like, yeah. And it's all good, right? Well, it wasn't all good because then when he showed up and he was like, well, how much did you spend on this? And how much did you spend on that? And I was kind of like, and I'm like with the calculator trying to add it all up. And he was kind of like, really, Jeanette, really? And I'm like, yeah, I messed up. So I'm letting you know. Now, the last 2 years, he's been happy because he comes in and he's like, how much did you spend? This much. How much did you do? This much. How much did you drive? This much. Do you have a record of all your receipts? Here you go. And now it's like I have everything because I don't miss it. Friday is my administrative day. I take 2 hours every Friday religiously, and I will do it. I've done it through the whole time. And I will go into QuickBooks and I make sure all the transactions are up to date. I make sure that all my receipts are inputted in the system, okay, that they're scanned and they're put in there. I make sure they're characterized correctly. If there are any trips that I made to Joann's, to customers or whatever, that is put in there, the mileage, any type of online orders, any type of digitizing that I had to get done. Make sure all of that is in there as well. So make sure that you do this. I'm telling you, it's kind of funny because a lot of times people think owning your own business is kind of cool and everything. It's actually a lot of work. It is really a lot of work. It is not easy, okay? Sometimes I think it's easier when you work for someone else because it's like you get up in the morning, you just got your 9 hours, you come home and you don't have to think about it anymore. But when you are doing something like this, believe me, I mean, even my husband will tell you, because he even says, he goes, that's all you talk about. And it's true. It's all I talk about, because I'm thinking about, okay, what kind of new designs am I going to come up with? Okay, I got these customers. I need to come up with some designs for the customers. What other products can I offer? I have to maintain my machines. Should I call Justin to come over to maintain my machines and stuff? I got to schedule everything. I got the channel. Okay, I got to come to the videos with the channel and everything. I'm always trying new ways to improve my processes. Like, is there better hoops out there and stuff like that? So it's something that's always constant. So I say, you wake up in the morning, it's your business. Lunchtime is your business. Dinner's your business. You go to bed, and all you're doing is dreaming about your business. Okay. And to be honest, that's when you're passionate about something. When you're passionate, you love it, it doesn't bother you. Because to me, it is a lot of work, but I also have a lot of fun with it. I actually enjoy it. I really do. I love it when I create my products, and especially like, I don't get too much of it online except when they leave the reviews. But when I have customers that come to me locally and they're like, "Hey, I need a logo on a shirt, on a polo shirt, or I need my golf towel. Can you embroider my golf bag and stuff like that?" And they come to me, and then I do it. And when I see their face, when they see the embroidery and they love it, it's really like it's a high for me. It's like, wow. And I don't know, it's just a good feeling. It really is. It's a good feeling. And I like doing it. I just really do. And stuff. So let me see what else. Okay, this is another one too. This is pretty something else that you have to think about. Your cost. And when I'm talking about the cost, is I'm talking about the prices for the products that you are selling. Okay. Everything has gone up. Okay. It's like I tell people, everything went up on my paycheck. Okay. My paycheck ain't go up, but everything has gone up. And I know that I've seen even some of the discussion in our Facebook group. Stabilizers have gone up. The price of thread has gone up. The price of almost everything has gone up. So make sure that as you are looking at those listings, right, make sure that you also come out and think about the prices that you have for each of the products that you're selling. Is it reasonable, or is it time for you to increase that price? Okay. Because I'm sure the post office and everything else is going to be going up. So, I'm not saying that, if you had something that you were selling, for example, $10, and then all of a sudden now you're like, okay, and now I'm going to charge you 50. I'm not saying do something like that. But what I'm saying is, please remember that the cost of a lot of the things that you buy to create these items now costs more. Make sure that you are incorporating those increases in those costs in your prices, because what's going to happen is that's going to hurt your bottom line, your profit. Okay. So it's just something to really, really think about. Okay. So those were the 12 things that I really wanted to share with you guys that I have actually going on right now that I'm doing myself, so that I can try to prepare for November and December. So this is something. And then another thing, I wanted to announce this to you guys also as well, because this is while November and December is going crazy. Last year I did an embroidery happy hour gift exchange. And a lot of folks, I think I had about 30 people that participated last year. And that really, it came out really, really nice. People were really excited. They loved being part of the group. What it actually is, for those of you guys that are new, may not know what it is. What it is it's a group that I'm going to set up, and I'm going to do it again because this last year, a lot of people had a lot of fun. So I figured I'll do the second annual embroidery happy hour gift exchange this year. What it is that you sign up, right? And you're going to be assigned a person that's in that group. And what you're going to be doing is you're going to create a gift. Now, the rules is that it's something you created, okay? So it could be something you created with your Cricut. It can be something that you just sewed on your own. It could be something that you're embroidering or whatever. But the whole goal of this gift exchange that I did last year was, as creators, as we are, as crafters and creators, we're always giving to other people, right? And the thing is, we don't, sometimes our friends are not crafters like we are, right? So, we're not going to get probably, while I'll give you something that I made, I guess, my friends will go to Macy's or they'll give me a gift card or something. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, you know what I'm saying? But, it's different when you get something that someone actually made for you. So in the gift exchange, what it is all of us crafters coming together, and there's going to be it'll be like a draw, right? And everyone's going to be paired off with someone else. And what it is that person that you're assigned to, you are going to create something for that person and you mail it to them, and vice versa. So all of us will get something from someone, right? So it was a huge success. And one of the things that I loved was I did this, if I remember correctly, I believe I started it in October. And I think the gifts had to be mailed out by, if I may be wrong, but I think it was, I think my mailing date was probably December 10th, so that everyone got their gifts before Christmas and they got to open it. And what I really loved was in the Facebook group, everyone was showing pictures of the gifts that they got. And it was really neat and it was really nice. And, it was pretty cool. It was something that was really, really good. And I got a lot of positive feedback. Everybody enjoyed it. So I decided I'm going to do it again because, everyone really, really loved it. So I figured this would really be something neat because I kind of feel like, we're kind of like an embroidery family. So, little crafty family and stuff. We've all gotten to know each other. I've even gotten to meet some of you guys in person and stuff. And I feel like we have all kind of, created a connection. And I really think that that would be really cool for us to do again this year because I thought it was a lot of fun and stuff. So I know, let me see what time it is. Okay, great. All right. Ooh, good. An hour. Okay. But of course, I like to go down the chat room. I like to say hi to everybody. I also like to, I see Mel fell asleep. I like to say hi to everybody. And I also like to address any questions that you guys have in the chat. Because, I like talking with you guys, So, so I'm going to head on up all the way to the top. Hey, Moonlight Wild. How you doing? Hey, Marlene. I see Robin, Shirley, Nana. Hey, Liz. Hey, Studio 2B. Hey, Stephanie. I see Norma, Nana, Linda. Hey, Karen. Hey, Charlie girl. How you doing? Hey, Iris. I see Tammy. Girl for real. Hey, Miss Max. I've been working my butt off too. Hey, Elisa. Hey, Classy and caffeinated. Hey, Fabulous. I see Miss Holland, Miss Banks. How you doing? Miss Banks, I got to get with you because I know me and you are going to be making a road trip soon. And for you guys that don't know, there's a quilting. Oh, shoot. Where do I have it? Here it is. There's a quilting expo that's happening in September. In September 29, this thing right here. So I will be there October 1st and stuff. Me and Miss Banks will be there. This is a really cool thing. It's in Fredericksburg, Virginia and stuff. So yeah, so I will be reaching out to you, Miss Banks, because we got to work out the details for our road trip and stuff. Hey, Deidre. Hey, Iris. Hey, Sassy. Hey, Robin. Let's see. Hey, Dr. Early. Question: what machine will you be using for the patches? I will be using the Brother SC1900 and my Brother PR670E. I'm going to be using both, okay? And when I do the video, it's using both as well. I already did a video on how to do patches on the plastic, Dr. Early, and I did it on both machines so that way you guys, can see, because I don't like to leave anybody out. I really don't. I like my videos to be towards people that have the single needle machine and the multi needle machines. I started with a single needle machine, and single needle machines are really, really nice. They really are. I mean, and they're not cheap either. Okay, even the SC1900 wasn't cheap because it took a lot for me to spend that $1,000. Okay, so I'll be doing it on both. Okay. Where she did it on the, yes, Marlene, yes, I did. And the one that I have out there, Marlene, is I did the patches using plastic. Now what I want to do is the video on showing you guys how to do it on this twill that I got. Okay, I'm gonna go more in depth on the twill, because supposedly the twill is the fabric you should be using when you're creating patches. Okay, when I did the first, when I first started doing the patches, I went to Joann's and I just looked for like tough fabric, right? And I was thinking, oh, this probably is like twill, right? And I'll be honest, I asked the lady, do you have twill? And I don't think she knew either, So I was kind of like, okay. So what I did was I just went to Liliana's website, channel, and I saw that she listed some companies that sell the twill, for embroidery businesses. So I went there and I got the twill from them. And as you can see, they're huge. So I was just like, that's a lot of patches that I can make, So I'm going to do the video on using this fabric, and I'm gonna do it on both machines. I'm gonna start off with the SC1900, okay, to see how it comes out, how to hoop it and everything on the single needle machine. And then we're gonna take it over to the multi needle machine, and we're gonna see how the stitch out comes out. Okay, so that's how I'm gonna do that. Okay. Hey, Crafty Puerto Rican, how you doing, Juanita? Hey, Janie, just joined. I just got my SC. Oh my God, congratulations and happy birthday and stuff. Jane, I have a whole lot of videos on this channel on the Brother SC1900. And as a matter of fact, this weekend, I'm going to be filming another video on the SC1900. It's going to be an in-depth review, an in-depth 4-year review, because I've owned this machine now for 4 years. So I want to talk about how I've used it, what I like about it, what I wish it had, and all that kind of stuff. So that video might be helpful for you. But I have a whole lot of videos on all the functions of the SC1900 and how it works and all that kind of stuff. Enjoy that machine. You're gonna love it. You really are. I know. My sister got hers for Mother's Day. And I gotta tell you, she's been on that sucker. It is. I think that was like the best gift I ever gave her. Because she won't get off that machine. She just loves it. So now she's like embroidering everything. So it's really a nice machine and stuff. Oh yes, thank you, Crafty Puerto Rican. If you guys like this video, please consider giving me a thumbs up. I'm new to embroidery. Jamie, you're gonna get so addicted to embroidery now. You're gonna embroider everything. You really are. Hey Meek, how you doing? Let's see. Hey River, how you doing? Hey Angela. All of my items, all my personal items are for my grandkids. You know, don't have any grandkids yet. Cardito got to finish school. He's got to finish school, but I'm not going to rush him. He's only 22. So he's still, I don't know. Well, he's not a baby. He's not a baby, but too young to get married. Or have kids, I guess. I don't know. Nana said, oh, yes. And Nana, since you said that, my items are usually made for a family. Okay. This is the other thing, too. And I made this mistake last year, too. Last year, when I was running all my orders and stuff, I did not work on the Christmas gifts until the very end. What a mistake that was. Because before, my family doesn't know this, but I did not have any sleep for, I think, like, it was like 2 days, something like that, because I was just pumping orders. And then when I finished the orders and I wanted to go to sleep, I was like, oh, crap, the gifts. So I was like, oh, my God. I had to finish my mom's heirloom family blanket. I had to work on my sister's gifts. I had to work on my mom's dinner napkins. I had to work something for Gabby, Herman, the Christmas stockings. That kept me up. So I literally got on the road after I finished the Christmas stockings. It was like, okay, I didn't even pack. And I had to just throw things in suitcases and everything. And I had my son start the drive to Florida because I was just, I didn't want to drive because I knew I didn't have any sleep and that was not going to be safe. So, Cardito had to drive the first couple of hours so that I could get some rest. Guys, this is the time to not only work or getting organized and everything like that, but if you're going to be embroidering gifts for your families and stuff, work on that first before the Christmas rush hits, because when the orders come in, you're not going to have time for it. So, and you're not going to enjoy making them. And it's not that I didn't want to make them for them, but I was tired. I was exhausted. I mean, it was just like, my mom's heirloom family blanket, as much as she loved it, I was like dying for that blanket to be done, because those, the family heirloom blanket that I made her had like 10 different embroidery files, and I had to embroider it like 10 different times. And when you are exhausted and you have to keep, putting it in the machine, embroider it, then take it out, hoop it again, put it back on the machine, take it out. I mean, it was just like I was like, oh my God, all I kept thinking to myself was, thank God she only had 2 kids. Thank God Nancy only had 2 kids. Thank God I only had 1, because if there were more people in the family, I probably would have took a marker and just wrote people's names on it, because I was tired. I really was. However, though, when she opened it up on Christmas and I saw her face on how much she really liked it, it was worth it. It was truly worth it. But man, that really was it. I was exhausted. It was something that was like, I was really tired. The stockings, it was like I had a hoop every single stocking. I had both machines running, and it was just, and then I had the little machine running the dinner napkins. It was just really, really tiring. So, yeah, I mean, it's like Nana says, all her items are made for a family. I do a lot of the items for my family as well, but this year everyone's gifts is going to get done this month. Okay. After, while I'm organizing and while I'm giving my shop a facelift and all that kind of stuff and everything, and I'm coming up with new designs. Well, guess what? That is where everybody's gift is going to be made as well, because I can't do that again this year. That was a big mistake that I made. That should have been on my list. Totally forgot about it until Nana put that comment in there. Then I said, oh, I remember that. Yep. So, yeah. And then Hey, let me see what else we got here. Trying to get ready for my first Oh, Iris, good luck. That's so exciting. She's getting ready for her first flea market in October. That's awesome. Um yes, I do let us know how that went for you. Let's see. You create beautiful things, and I'm sure no one else can do it like you. um, how do I get started? Oh, I've got started making gifts for family and friends. Yeah, and and that's the other thing too. When you are creating items, like even when you're sewing bags and you're embroidering, so that stuff takes time. So, the earlier you start, the better and stuff. Hey, wow, you were busy. Yes, I was. Doesn't he get Labor Day? Iris, no, I should ask Mello, can I have Labor Day off? Because I mean, that dog was like, you're not done. I still have more towels. The picture that I put out there, those are just the ones that are packaged up. I still have more that I embroidered, and I still have to turn on the heat press. I hate turning on the heat press because it makes the room real hot. But I got to heat press those, package those, and put those in there. And then I have to tomorrow I'll be doing the new designs. But I won't do that many of the new designs because I don't know how it's going to be received. Okay. So we'll see. So I'll just probably make maybe, three in stock of each. And then if I start to see that they start to sell, then I'll start making them by the batch. But yeah, I gotta do those, and stuff. So tomorrow is new designs and everything like that. Hey Luli, um, where can I order the labels? Hey, I get them from Amazon. If you go to my Amazon storefront, I do have a link in that. And the Amazon storefront is in the link of the video. Okay, and if you click on there, you can search, and that is the company that I use to do my labels. Their prices are really reasonable, and they're very, very quick. I've been ordering. This is the third time I order from them, and I ordered them. The first time I ordered like 50, and I went through those pretty quick. Then I ordered like 100, and this last time around, I just went ahead and I ordered 1,000 because I started running low again. So, but I went through the same company and stuff. Let's see. Hey JJ, how you doing? Um, you need your rest. Very important. Be festive. Yes, Iris, it is. I'm telling. And I don't know how I did it. I really don't, because I was like, I think back and I'm like, wow, that was wild. It was like I was still putting out YouTube videos. I was still meeting with you guys Fridays for embroidery happy hour, and this place was like those machines were running. And it wasn't just, like I said, is not just the Etsy shop. I do the local sales. And last year I think was the first time that the people in my neighborhood were like, oh, you do embroidery? And then when they saw the shop, they were like, oh, I need dinner napkins. And people were not just buying like 12. I mean, some of these folks out here were asking for like 24, and I was like, God, that's a big family. Usually it's 12, but it was because they wanted to give them out as gifts. So it was like, when it's family, everybody has like the same initial, I guess, the last name. So I guess they were like, oh, I need 2 sets. So I would be making 24 dinner napkins for one customer because they were giving the sets as gifts and everything. And then the golf towels were really, really huge hit, because I do live in a golfing community, because right here we have a golf course. And that was really my husband's idea, because we went to eat and they had some kind of a golfing event and everybody was there with their, and my husband was like, you should just show off, your golf towels. So we put it on Facebook, on the community Facebook, and before you know it, I mean, I had like so many orders. They were asking for all these different colors and stuff, and that really took off. So yeah, I'm kind of known for their golf towels around here, dinner napkins, kitchen towels, and I've had a couple of folks come to me with their golf bags and ask me to embroider their golf bags for them. So yeah, so it's been crazy sometimes, you know. Um this Max says, I went to the flea market. First weekend was very quiet. Next weekend picked up. And well, now I'm almost overwhelmed. Has so many orders. I'm praying more than usual. It was quiet. Next, see, it does pick. Yep, Miss Max. I think what it, yeah, and Miss, it does. It picks up. I think what it is that once people learn about you and they learn about what you do and stuff, it's like all of a sudden, it's it starts off. Then you're like, whoa, what happened? You explode, right? Because I know sometimes a lot of people, like when they get into embroidery and they want to do selling, they kind of like, oh, I'm not selling. It's like, just don't give up. Keep at it, keep advertising, word of mouth. Another thing that I've done that worked really well for me is put some samples out there too. Okay. There had a garden club close to me, and the lady reached out to me because she wanted mugs, sublimation mugs made with the logo of the garden club. And when she gave me the logo, I created the mugs for her. But one of the things that I did was I took the logo and I had it digitized. And then I just got, a little simple shirt, and I embroidered the shirt with the logo on it. Liked it so much, bang. Next thing you know, I was making polo shirts with the logo on it. And then other community groups found out about me, and there you go. So it's just really, it just takes a little bit, and then once people know who you are and what you do and stuff like that, the word of mouth gets around, and then before you know it, like Miss Max says, you could start feeling overwhelmed and stuff. But it's a good overwhelming. You just got to take it slow, and you just got to know your limits, and then just make sure that you explain to your customers, okay, I got all these orders right now. I know you want your order, but this is, and schedule it. Just schedule the orders and stuff like that, and you'll be okay and everything. But it is exciting when you start to see that your business starts to grow and stuff. Nana says, I usually think I get stuff done quicker than I can. Oh, Angela says she gets her labels from Etsy. Maybe I should look into labels at Etsy. I've always gotten them from Amazon. Maybe thanks for putting that up. I think I'm gonna look out there because I would like to support another small business owner and stuff. I didn't think about doing that, going to Etsy to get a label done. It's a wonderful feeling if I can do it. You can. You're awesome. Here's the accept. Oh, thanks, Miss Max. Unfortunately, the church in my area is only doing it once a year. That's okay. Not a problem. Just work your butt off. Jeanette got the right idea. You can do it. Yes, you can. You can't give up. I mean, if you're passionate about anything, you don't give up. That's one thing that I even tell my son. Even sometimes he kind of it's like I don't he's like, other people say I can't. I'm like, who the hell are they? It's like, if you want to do something, do it. Don't listen to other people. It's like, just you know what your passion is. If you believe it and you want it, don't. I even tell them, even if I tell you no. I mean, if you're really passionate about something, do it. Just do it. Go after your dreams. And it's gonna be hard work. That is one thing for sure. It's always gonna be hard work. You're gonna have days where you're gonna be upset. You're gonna want to give up and all that stuff. But the thing is, you don't give up. You just keep at it. And, I mean, and you really think about it too, all these people that, look at successful people, right? They had their failures, right? And they worked hard. They worked very hard to get there at. Now, right now, you probably see certain business owners like, and when I think about like Steve Jobs and yeah, I even think about Elon Musk and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I remember once he got interviewed and he was sleeping on the couch in his office because he didn't want Tesla to fail. So that's, that tells you how hard when you have a business and you want to see that business succeed, you're going to do whatever you can to keep that business going. Even if that means sleeping on a sofa in your office, even if that means you don't have any sleep, like I barely had. I mean, my whole thing was get these orders out and make sure those orders are top notch. And I got to meet those deadlines. And you can just do it. Hey, pretty eyes, how you doing? Iris, just do what you know and you do it well. You have a gift. Now it's time to really show it off. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, Eartha, how you doing? Hey, Meek, watching the on my TV. I'm a movie star. Problem that I wish I had right now. A problem that I wish I had right now, Jeanette. Money. Yeah. And unfortunately, money is true. You do hear some people say it takes money to start a business. It does. But you can start small. Okay. I mean, when you see all this behind me right now, seriously, this was not here in the beginning. It was me and a brother machine. It was an HC 1885. It wasn't even an embroidery machine. It was just a sewing machine. Then I bought the SC 1900, and it was just me and my one needle machine. And it was just me sitting there watching that one needle go up and down and changing threads and just working off that machine alone, doing dinner napkins, just pumping out dinner napkins and all that kind of stuff until I was able to really be ready to, and I wasn't even thinking, honestly, I wasn't thinking about getting a multi-needle machine when I wanted to get the Luminaire. That was the machine that I wanted to get. But when I went to the sewing shop, I found out that Luminaire was like that price tag. I mean, I almost fell out. I almost fell out of my shoes. I was like, what? I was like, I even asked the lady to repeat the price because I couldn't believe it. I was like, what? I was like, wow. I was like, okay. And then I looked at the single needle, I mean, the multi needle, which is this one right here, which is a 6 needle machine, the one that I have right next to me right here. This was 6 needle machine. This was actually cheaper than the Luminaire that I was looking at. And when I saw that, and I was kind of like, okay. And I didn't even really want to get this. This was really my husband that pushed me. Fred pushed me to get it. And his whole thing was, okay, get it. And if it doesn't work out, we can sell it. It's not a big deal, because my whole thing, like you said, Marlene, the money, I'm very frugal. I'm extremely frugal. Okay. I am the type of person that if I see a penny in the street, I pick it up. I do. Okay. If I see a coupon, I cut it. And, if there's a way that I could get something cheaper, then that's what I do. Okay. That's just me. That's how I am. And, spending money, especially when it's in the thousands, that is something that I'm not, I get like, but, it was really my hubby that kept pushing me. So that's how I got it. And then, it actually it does pay for itself. It did pay for itself. And then that's how we ended up with the other one. And, we're already having discussions of getting a third one. There'll probably be another brother. I'll probably end up getting another, brother 1055X, I think. But I probably, maybe the third machine probably won't come. Maybe sometime next year, I think. We'll get a third machine. I'm not sure. we'll see. Where is your fur baby? Well, I'll show you the fur baby. Oh, he must have knew we were talking about him. Here he is, the supervisor. Mellow, Mellow. They're asking about you. See, he gets to rest. I don't. Right, Mellow? He gets to rest. I have to keep working, you know, and stuff. And all he does is stare and stuff. Let me see. What is your minimum maximum dinner? Okay, the minimum of the dinner napkins. Okay, I had someone order 100. That's the max. Okay, and that was because of a wedding. They were doing a wedding, girl, for real. And you know, and she gave me plenty of time to do it because she contacted me. It was like 5 months before her wedding, and I was like, okay. So she ordered like 100, and the minimum was, I think, two dinner napkins and stuff, unless you want to count a sample napkin, which that was the lady that I did for the wedding. She wanted a sample napkin, and she paid for it. So what she did was she actually went on my Etsy shop. She ordered one napkin, and I said, and when she got the napkin, that's when she wrote to me and said, "Hey, I got the napkin, and that you made, and I'm having a wedding, and I need 99 more." So but she wanted to make a little modification to it. She wanted her wedding date on it and stuff like that. So that came out like really, really cool and stuff. I'm thinking of hosting Thanksgiving. Oh, you should make your dinner napkins. You should make your dinner napkins. That would be really cute. They make a great addition to the table. And you know what I was thinking too, and I'm thinking about doing this for my dining room table too, is sometimes people have the dinner napkins, but they all look the same, right? So I was thinking of making the dinner napkins for me, but I was going to do, each dinner napkin has a different design. It'll have the W for our last name Woods, but it'll have like a different design wreath for each different table, and stuff. And here's another idea too. I used to do sketching of wine glasses, right? Because before the pandemic and stuff like that, me and Fred used to entertain a lot, and we would have a lot of our friends come in, and we used to always, I would cook dinner and stuff, and we would all sit around the dining room table. And then after that, we would go to the basement. We have a bar area in the basement. We would just have some drinks, right? Some cocktails and stuff. So what I used to do was, when the folks were coming over, I would get a wine glass and I would etch. I do etching. I would, with the Cricut machine, I would create a template of the person's name, and I would etch, the person's name. It's kind of like engraving people's names on the wine glasses. So I used to put the wine glasses on the dinner tables for the couples, right? And then me and Fred would have our own. So when people would arrive and then the food was ready, and I would tell everybody, oh, to go to the table, have your seats. I'm going to bring over the food and stuff. When people went there, and people would look at the wine glasses and they would notice their names were on the wine glasses. And that was like a really big treat. And then Fred would, pop open the bottle of wine, and we would all have our wine and stuff. And those wine glasses were like their little gifts, so that they could take home with them. And it was really, really popular. So another idea, because that was pretty big hit too. Now that I'm going to speak up, there are 81 people watching. Only 37 likes. Jeanette is, thank you, Miss Max. I appreciate that. Yeah, guys, I hope you do like this video and you give me a thumbs up. I would appreciate that. And so, because it does help the channel and stuff like that, so. But thank you, Miss Max. I appreciate it. before it starts, value her time and training that she gives us. Thank you, Marlene. I appreciate that. And let me see. Thank you for the reminder. Forgot to hit the like button. Oh, I empty out all my trash cans and make sure that I unplug my heat press and everything is left organized. Yep, crafty program. That's what I do. I do that too because I feel that it's better. Because when you come back to start working again, it's like everything is in its place. The last thing you want is to like start your day in a bad foot, right? So it's like, let's say you started embroidering and then you can't find the scissors and you just started working, and then you start like, cursing up a storm and looking all over the place and everything. Like I could not find my knee lifter for the Brother SC1900 because I did reorganize. And when sometimes you reorganize, you end up changing the places of stuff. Well, I was sitting on it because my sewing chair also has storage, right? Because these, and I don't know if you guys can see. I don't think you can, but let me see. These have storage. See? So I had the knee lifter right in here. Oh, I'm sorry, Papa. I just woke up Mellow. Sorry, Mellow. Sorry. Okay, I'm going to move this out of your way. I'm sorry. Don't give me the evil eye. Guess I got the evil eye from Mellow over there. There we go. See? What are you looking at? All right. So, yeah. So, I like the knee lifter because it helps me. It lifts the pressure foot for you and stuff like that. And I'm able to sew the tags on my towel and I couldn't find it. And I'm looking for it. So that could be frustrating and stuff like that. So I always like to clean my space so everything is organized so that when you start working, you know where everything's at. Just don't reorganize and move things around the way I did. And then I couldn't find the knee lifter. And then after I finished sewing all those towels, then I was like, great. Now I remember where I put the knee lifter. So it's like I don't need it now. But, hey, what can you do? Do you use QP mileage track on your phone? No, I don't. What I usually do is I just look up on iMaps. And I always start the trip from my house. And I always have the address of where I'm going. So I'll always like look to see what's the mileage between. And then I just put that all in Quicken and stuff. That's how I do it. Hey, Diamond Boutique. Hey, Nancy. How you doing? Went shopping. Traffic was crazy. Jeanette, by how much percentage should you apply? Oh, I don't know what you mean when you're saying that. Percentage should you apply? Iris, I don't know what you mean by that. Jeanette, how do you know what processing time shipping to tell people in your Etsy store when you're starting out with an Etsy shop and can control the postal system? Okay, there is no way you can do that. Okay. Now, when it comes to processing time, the processing time is the time that it takes for you to make the item to take it to the post office. Once you give your item to the post office, that is not in your control because they don't work for you. You know what I'm saying? So, I always put something in there, okay? Like, always put something and say, in order to, have at least 2 weeks for something to get to the post office. Now, this is the thing with the post office too, JJ. They lose packages. I strongly recommend whatever you send out, make sure you have a tracking number, okay? It's kind of tricky. I always try to, whenever I get an order, I always try to get it to the post office as soon as I possibly can. Now, this is another thing too, and this is something that I always have done and it worked well for me. I do not take Christmas orders. I shut down the shop. In other words, my shop shuts down at least a week and a half before Christmas. That's what I do. And there's a reason why I do that. The reason why I do that is because I got to clean up. Okay. And, if you order something on December 23rd and you live on the other side, you live in California, because I'm in Virginia and you live in California, there is absolutely no way you're going to get that by the 25th. Okay. So to avoid issues, I always close the shop down about 2 weeks to a week and a half before Christmas. I shut it down. Okay. I don't take any more orders, and that's it. That way I can just get everything out. As for, like I said, processing time, that's on you. Okay. That's the time it takes for you to make the item. Post office, that's on them. You're not responsible for the post office. Okay. So, and customers should know that. They're, they don't, you don't run the post office. Now, I do work with my customers. Like, I did have one lady that her stuff, it just got lost. All right. And what I did was, I'll ship it out again. I ship the item out again. Okay. I don't charge her extra or whatever. I ship it out again. But the second time that I ship it out, I ask for signature. That way I know she got it. And, and she did end up getting it and stuff. And then it was so funny because then, like, after I sent her the new one, 1 month later, the first one that I sent to her came back to me, which means, of course, that something happened. I don't know what, but for some reason, the post office just screwed up and they just did return to sender. Okay. So you're going to have situations like that. Okay. I always try to work with my customers and stuff like that. And I always track everything and stuff. So, and be careful with scammers out there too. There are some people out there that usually what they do is they like to order stuff and then claim they never got it. But, the UPS, UPS, I use United States Postal Service. I like using them. The tracking number will tell you if it got delivered. Okay. With that lady that I spoke about, it was a tracking number, but it never stated delivered. So it was like, she's like, where is it? And everywhere we looked, I mean, that package traveled. It traveled all over the US, but didn't make it to her. I mean, you could see it. You could see, you could see the tracking where every time they scanned it. But I was just like, what are they doing? So I could tell that package, for some reason, just got on the wrong truck, and they were trying to get it to her, but I don't know what it was. It must have been the package of hell. I just don't know. So it's just, she never got it. So I just sent her another one, and then she got the second one and stuff. And she even gave me a whole other different address because we didn't trust that it would get to the one that she wanted it to go. So she was like, okay, send it to my brother's, and he's home. He'll sign for it. And I was like, okay. So we did that. But yeah, I hope I made sense to you. Oh, good. I received the most beautiful bag last year. I use it all the time. Okay. Oh, I guess. Yep. Yes, the embroidery happy hour gift certificate. Yes, I will do it. I made a bag, but I can't remember who I had. It was fun. I am going to do that again. Okay. Hey, Karen. Also, thank you for getting back to me so fast about the hot knife. Ordered it. Link. Oh, great, Karen. I'm glad I was able to help. Does that work for Canadians as well? Hey, Roxy, I don't know what you mean. What works for Canadians? Hey, Jenny, how you doing? Oh, Nancy said she got a beautiful table runner. Yep, she did. She got a table runner from Robin. Robin was her Secret Santa. So it's kind of like we're going to be Secret Santas and stuff. I'm in on the gigs. Okay, cool. Now, guys, to get on the gift exchange, you do have to be part of the embroidery, the embroidery happy hour adventures Facebook group. So do make sure that you're on that group, because that is where I'm going to be posting the link for the exchange when I create it, okay? And stuff. So that way you guys can sign up. And there will be a cutoff date to when, no longer you can sign in to be on there, okay? And the only thing is, I'm very strict. I tell people, do not sign off if you cannot provide the gift, okay? Because the last thing I want is for someone to send out a gift and then nothing came to them. That's not a good feeling, okay? Because this is supposed to be a group where we make each other feel good, all right? So, I want everyone to be able to receive something, all right? So, you got to be part of the Facebook group. I will post it on there when I've created the group, and I will tell you guys when is the last day that you guys can join, okay? Once that date is done and, closes, no one else can join, because after that, I start the draw. And the draw is where everyone in the group gets partnered in with someone else, all right? So you're going to be somebody's secret Santa, right? And then that's when you'll know you have to mail out your gift to that person by a certain date. Okay? So yeah, and that was a lot of fun. A lot of people liked it. I think I had 30 participants last year. And people really liked it, and people really got creative. A lot of people sewed their gifts. Some people did embroidery. Some people did sublimation. I got Miss Miles, and she did a notebook for me. She did pens, and she did a mug for me. And it was really, really cool and stuff. And, and maybe, I don't know if you guys are up for it, if you guys want to do camera or something like that. But I was thinking we could probably do a special embroidery happy hour where I can post a link and I can let people go on live with me if they want to show off what they received. That would be kind of fun too. So I'm going to see what I can do, to see what we can do to, just show off the great gifts that everybody gave each other. I think that would be really, really great and stuff to see, because we're from all over, right? So it's not like I can come on and say, hey everybody, let's just meet in one place. We kind of like meet here. So it's just I think it would be really great to not just do the gift exchange, but also have like a session where we can all talk about what we each got and stuff. That would be really cool too and stuff. Hey Knitty Workshop, how are you? Oh, you're very welcome and stuff. Hi, not feeling great, but tomorrow's another day. Oh, Miriam, hope you feel better. Get better and stuff. I have to order the patch module. Hey, Karen, yes, there is the Merly, okay? However, though, I did see I don't know, Karen, if you watched my video, there's another video that I did on the etching, on the patches, okay? And on the patches, I show for people that don't have Merly patches, okay? And the reason why I did that is because I wanted to show you guys, you could have the software to create the patches, but if you don't have the software, there is alternatives, okay? Because, money's tight, all right? Not everybody can afford to buy all this stuff, right? So, I try to help people on both angles. If you want the software, it's there and it's great. I have it. I love it. But if you don't have it, I don't want people to feel left out and feel like, oh shoot, I can't. No, that's not true. So I have an alternative. So there's a video that I put out there where I talked about the edges of the patches. To talk about patches, hold on, I want to show you guys. because I started to play with this some more. Okay. Remember I showed you guys this. This is not on the twill fabric. This is on regular fabric. Okay. But and this is all, these are the ones that I did on plastic. Check these out. Isn't this cool? I really like this. Here's another shape that I got. This is really, really cute. Here's another patch that I made. Isn't that cute? That was me playing around. And this was me testing other files that you can use to make patches if you don't want to buy the Merly. It came out okay, you know. And let me see. I started playing around with the heat and bond. And what I did was, these are the ones that I made with the Merly. And I did the heat and bond, and I just ironed it on a piece of fabric. And I'm going to tell you something, boy, this thing ain't coming off. Came out really, really good. So I was very, very happy with it. Very happy with it. I was like, oh, this is nice. So just want to show you, I mean, these things are really, I like these. I think this is a great alternative if you have a single needle machine and somebody comes up to you and says, hey, can you do, you know, because people tell me, hey, can you do their book bags, right? Now, the book bags, you can't do them on the single needle machine, right? Because you don't have that space. With the multi-needle machines, right? With the multi-needle machines, it kind of hangs. So you can do it with a multi-needle machine, a book bag, right? You get the hoop and you just stick it in and it'll embroider it. But on a single machine, you're on a flatbed, so you really don't have the space. But if you can make patches like this, and you see it sticks very, very well. I mean, I was very, very impressed. You can make these patches on your single needle machine, and you can apply these on the book bags. I'm telling you, you can put these on the book bags, and these would sell. Or you could just sell the patch. Just something to think about. You know, just saying. And stuff. Yes, Nancy, I'm sending this to you. So this is for my nephew. For Herman and stuff. So yeah. So watch the other video and stuff. Let me see what else we got here. Questions. I always like to make sure I answer questions. I'll be out of commission for a while, getting my knee replaced. Oh, get better soon, Karen. And hope everything goes okay and you recover quickly. Yeah. Hey, Jenny. Really enjoy your videos, especially your topic is about how you run your business. It's awesome. Oh, thank you, Jenny. I appreciate it. And stuff. Let's see. Hey, been looking at your video. Oh, thank you. I hope you like them. I hope you like the videos. I hope you find them helpful. Let me see if there's any questions out there. And even if I don't catch any of the questions, guys, always know that if you're part of that Facebook group, you can message me. You can put a question out there. I actually do kind of prefer, you know, I don't mind people message me. I'll message you guys back. But what I like is when the questions are in the Facebook group, because sometimes when you ask a question, if I answer it, that can help a lot of other people. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, not everybody knows everything. And then sometimes when somebody posts something, then they're like, oh, okay, now I didn't know that or something. So it kind of like shares and stuff like that. I think I got everybody. Oh, what should I look for in a golf towel? Oh, hey, Trisha. Okay. Well, I don't play golf either. Golf towels are usually towels that have like a little hook on it. If you go to Amazon and you just type golf towels, you'll see what I'm talking about. And usually they hang from the bag. So if you want to embroider them, you're going to want to embroider them on the angle. So that way, when the towel hangs from the bag, the initials and stuff like that will show. A lot of times they're looking for designs with golf, what do you call those golf sticks? You know, the golf clubs. They call them clubs, and a golf ball. And sometimes they want their initials on it, stuff like that. You know, but son, hey Harmony, how you doing? I've seen you in a while. Um, let me see. Would you share digitizer person that you trust, please? Hey, I use Fazio, I think Fazio Muhammad, and he is in our Facebook group. Another good place also is victordigitizing.net. That is another good place. Those two are my favorites. I've used those two. Let's see. The way I feel is that I'm passionate and I love that other people like my work, and it's not tons of money yet, but it's extra money I didn't have before. Harmony, same thing. No, before it was extra money for me, but now it's extra money for Carly to keep them in that dorm. I'm telling you, if there's anybody out there that has young kids that are watching me, I strongly recommend save for that college education. I'm telling you, that was like the best thing I ever did. I did the college savings plan, but it only covers tuition. It did not cover the dorm. So that's what I'm paying for right now. I don't know what I would have done if I had to pay for tuition and dorm. Now all I have to do is just feed him and house him. Tuition is paid. So if anybody out there has young kids, do that. I'm telling you, do that. Because it's either going to pay now or you're going to pay later. So I'd rather pay now and not have to worry about it later. But yeah, once he graduates, then I guess the extra money can really come to me. Let's see. What is the brand of dinner napkins that you recommend? I have two brands. I don't know their names. I think one is Talaya. I'm not sure. If you check on my Amazon storefront, you will see the dinner napkins. All the stuff that I use, I always put that in there. I put it in the Amazon storefront. You can look there and you'll see it and stuff. You want to make sure that you have good quality dinner napkins. And I'm serious about that for the simple reason that there's a lot of dinner napkins out there that are very, very thin. You want to stay away from that. Okay. You want one that's you can embroider on. Some embroidery designs can be very dense, some, and you want something that's going to sustain. The ones that I use, excellent. Never had a problem with them. They and I love that they come in all these different colors also. So it's like the customers love that. And like they have the white. I don't like embroidering on the white because white, it can get dirty so fast, right? But they like, so I'm like, okay. So I get white, I get black. The ivory is very popular. My favorite actually is the black because I like to embroider gold on the black. I think that like pops like crazy. I think it looks beautiful on that. I've done olive. Olive is a very pretty color too. I've done that. I've done gray. Gray is very popular as well and stuff. But lots of whites. Like the lady that I did the 100 napkins for, it was white, and white with, she wanted gold, and I'm like, okay, And that I had to really be careful with because, like I said, white can get dirty so fast. So I had to make sure that my surfaces were clean so that when I took the dinner napkins out and my hoops were clean and everything, I didn't want the dinner napkins coming out of the machines and they were dirty and stuff like that. So yeah, but I do have them on the video description. You'll see my Amazon storefront and I have dinner napkins there, the ones that I use. That's a lot of money for a single needle machine. It is a lot of money. And and the more fancier, and it's because of the hoop, right? The SC1900 goes into the 5x7, but of course you can get a repositional hoop that can take you to a 5x12. Once you start getting to the other ones, you get a hoop that's a size of 6x10. But then you have single needle machines that can go all the way up to a 8x13. Just as use the big hoops, just like these big babies up here. But it's just a flat bed. But these machines are expensive. I mean, they're like really expensive. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. I went to there and I sat in front of one of those things. As expensive as those machines are, they sew like butter. I mean, it's like, wow. I was like, oh, I wanted it. I was like, oh, but I was just like, I could. So I just did. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. It was the SC1900 and it was $1,000. I didn't want to spend $1,000 on that machine. But I bit the bullet and I did make the money back. That is the one thing that I do say. Sometimes these machines cost a lot of money, but when you start cranking out your items and you start making sales, you do kind of see that in time these machines do pay for themselves. I've been pretty fortunate. That's been my experience. Okay. So, it is, what it is, but let's see. Seriously gonna reduce my fabric stash by making gifts. Oh, I wonder what Nancy's gonna make me now. The luminaires on my wish list. Yeah, that is a really nice machine. Very, very pricey though. Jeanette, you have such values and resistance that I truly wish I had. Oh, thank you. It seems I spent and did for so many years before, and I've gone apes, but I'm having fun. Thanks, Miss Max. For the price of a multi-needle is better. Yeah, Nancy was checking out those machines too and stuff. And they're beautiful machines, but they cost. I mean, it's like, I'm telling you, man, it's like I felt like I was out of my shoes when she told me that. I was like, what? I mean, I was like, okay, so the 6 needle machine was cheaper than the luminaire, okay? And I paid 11 grand for the 6 needle machine. And I was like, and I felt guilty. Well, I felt guilty when I bought the SC1900 and it was only $1,000. I was like, oh my God, I spent $1,000 on this machine. I spent $1,000 on this machine, But then when the pandemic hit and I was, sewing all these masks and selling masks like crazy and stuff, I made like about, I think like $2,500 in selling masks alone. And I was like, oh my God, I made the money back on the SC1900, right? And then that's when my husband was like, when are you going to get your multi-needle? Get the multi-needle. And I was like, And then when I went to the store and then I wasn't even looking at it. I was looking at the luminaire, another single needle flat, bed. And then when I went to the store and I saw it and I saw the price, and then I turned around and I said, well, they did have the 6 needle machine and the 6 needle machine looked nice. And my husband was like, just get it. Just get it. Just get it. And he actually pushes me. He pushes me for a lot of stuff. Hey, Medina, catch you live. Where do you get your 40 weight embroidery thread? There are lots of places to get the thread, my dear. Okay, now, my first set came from Amazon. It was I just got a 63 set of sim thread, or you can get I don't know if I said it right, Embroidery thread, right? You can start off with that set. If you're just starting out, just get a set of 63 colors, okay? Now, as time goes on, that's how I did it. Start with a small set. As you start embroidering and stuff like that, you're going to see the colors that you use a lot. When you start running out of specific colors, that's when I recommend you start going for the big combs, all right? Now I started using Madeira thread, but Madeira thread is starting to get a little bit pricey. All right. I did do a video on the cost of thread. And there were two places, if I remember correctly. There's one called Candle USA. I think it's Candle Thread USA. That was like they $4.75 for a big comb. And then there was, I think it was Thread Art. Was it Thread Art? I think so. God, I have so many threads in here. Thread Art. Is it? Candle. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, I think Thread Art is another place. So there is, I recommend you check out that video that I did on the, because I did a price comparison of the different types of brands of thread, because prices are going up. I'm telling you, everything's costing money. I think I don't know if it was Marlene that put it out there, or maybe it was Robin. I'm not sure. Somebody had posted something on our Facebook group that this time last year they had to buy stabilizer. They bought the stabilizer at, I think it was $19.99, and then they tried to buy the same exact stabilizer, and it was almost like $30. And they were like, what the heck? I mean, it was, the price jumped up that much, right? Or I think it was almost double, something like that. But the same thing is happening with embroidery thread also. I used to get Madeira thread for $8.95, right? But now those things are almost, I think it's close to $14 a spool. I'm not sure. I think something like that. Prices are up there. Same thing with bobbins. Bobbins, very, very, very high. So I always, I recommend you check out that video, because that video I did price checks where I am finding threads, bobbin threads, even serger threads at cheaper prices, and good quality threads. All right, I'm not talking about cheap threads, and stuff. So I recommend you do that, but but I would start off if you're just starting, okay. My thing is, go to Amazon, just get a box of those sim threads. They sell them like 63 colors in a box just to start. And then as you start to run out of colors, then I say that's when you start investing in the big combs, because you don't want to buy a whole set of big combs and you're not going to use all those colors and stuff, because to me you're kind of wasting money in a way. So that's how I do it. So when you see all these big combs here, those are the ones I use a lot. And a lot of them sometimes is for customers as well, because I do a lot of repeat orders for a lot of customers. So if they have particular logos and stuff like that, I have to make sure that I have their colors in stock, even though I could always go and order another small comb. But the thing is, I know they're going to keep coming. So I'll just get one big comb for them. And I know it's for their orders and stuff like that. So that's how I kind of do that and stuff. That's what I did last year. Oh, wait, okay. Let me see. Let's see. I'm trying to go down here. Can you embroider a picture of a guest and have them take it home too? Is etching an expensive thing? Oh no, Miss. Oh, that's so cheap. I'm telling you. What you do is you know what? Maybe I should do a video on how I did that. You know what I should do? Let me see. I'll show you what you use. Etching, very, very, very inexpensive. You buy one bottle of this stuff, lasts you forever. I'm telling you. I got it right here. Let me see. Where's my bottle here? Here you go. You buy this bottle, it lasts you forever. This is what I use. It's etching. It's a cream. That's all it is. And what you do is you create a template with your vinyl. Not the heat vinyl transfers, regular vinyl, the sticky vinyl, okay? And then what you're doing is you take, you kind of like do the reverse. You know how you're just taking out the inside of the letters, and then you create your little template, and then you just tape that around the glass. Make sure there's no bubbles anywhere and stuff like that. Maybe I should do a video show you guys how to do that real quick and stuff, so that way you guys could see how I do that. You use this. Make sure you have gloves because this burns, okay? And you just leave it on the glass for about 2-3 minutes. And I have a glass right here that I have to girlfriend. Let me get the glass because I have this glass for a girlfriend, and I'm gonna pick it up. Hold on. I'm back. Okay, now let me show you. This is what it looks like. Let me take it out because this is how I give it to them. This is how I package it up, and I put it on the dinner table. Okay, so everyone sees their glass. But let me take it out and show you how I do this so that you can see what it looks like, what I'm talking about. These are very, very popular. Okay, this is for my girlfriend Melinda. And as you can see, this is a wine glass. And this is her name. Oh, sorry, guys. I don't know. Can you see it? There you go. Can you see it? You guys can see it, right? There you go. See, so this is how it comes out. And these are really, really cute because, you have them in the dinner table. And then when they go, they look at the wine glass. They're like, oh my God, it has my name on it. And this is etched forever. This is not vinyl or anything like that. It's a cream. And what it does is it kind of like, I don't know, it does something to the surface of the glass. So they can wash this. They can put in the dishwasher, whatever, it never comes off because it's the glass is just kind of like scratched or something. See, it came out really cute, right? Yeah, so I gotta give it to her when I see her and stuff, and I know she'll like that. And and it's something that people can use over and over again. That they go to your house, you have dinner, is use it as a placemat, and then they just, they could use it over and over again. Their own personalized wine glass. It's really cute idea. And you can do the same thing with dinner napkins. You can embroider a dinner napkin for every guest, and then they can take the dinner napkin with them at the end of the evening. That's another thing, for Thanksgiving is something that you want to do and stuff, but not expensive at all. And let me tell you, this jar will last forever because whatever you don't use, just put it right back in. Just put it right back in. You don't use that much. So I just bought one big one, and I've had this for years, and you have no idea how many wine glasses I have done with this. I mean, lots of wine glasses and stuff. So, yeah, let me see. So it's not expensive at all. Oh, and those wine glasses, go to Walmart, 98 cents. Well, back then they were 98 cents. How much they are today, I don't know. They're probably maybe $1.15 or something like that, or $1.25. But still inexpensive. And you don't even have to go to Walmart. Go to the dollar store. The dollar store has a section of wine glasses. They have really nice ones and stuff. Grab a couple of those. You can etch on those, and you can give those out as gifts too. And it's not just wine glasses too. If you have family members that drink beer, okay, and stuff, you can do that. Go to the dollar store. I'm sure they have those beer mugs, right? And if all it is, it has to be glass though. It can't be plastic or anything like that. It has to be glass. But if you can get a glass beer mug and stuff like that, put their initial on it. You can do whatever. Put their initial on it. Put their name. Perfect gift. Perfect gift. As a matter of fact, I'll do a video on how I do these. That way you guys can see. Very easy, very simple. And you don't have to get the big bottle, okay? They sell these in small bottles too, okay? They small, go to Michael's with your coupon and there you go. Don't pay, Michael's. I got that from Michael's and you can go get your coupon. If any of you guys are from the military, 15% off. Any of you guys are teachers, 15% off. If you have a friend that's a military teacher, give them the money and tell them to go get it for you along with the coupon. So just to let you know, Let me see. What is the raised part of the letters on your shirt? Oh, I have a video on how I did this. Who was it that? Miss Max, I did a video on this. This is towels. This is a kitchen towel. These are kitchen towels that I messed up and I wanted to do an applique. And these are just the letters. So for VCU, and this is, look, this right here, this material, this is the kitchen towel. And let me tell you something, I did this a long time ago and I've washed this several times and it still looks great. It still looks great. I love it. It happened to be one of my favorite shirts, so yeah, it's a kitchen towel. Let's see. Oh, for the new pricing. Oh, what I recommend for the new pricing, my thing, Iris, is the thing with the pricing. And I think I did a happy hour where we talked about pricing and stuff like that. And I think I did a couple of videos on that. My thing is just be aware the prices went up. So if the prices went up, okay, and you're buying materials at a new cost, update your price sheets. And what I mean by that is, like I was telling you guys, the stabilizer. Let's say you have a stabilizer, right? And you buy a pack of stabilizers, and there's 100 sheets in that pack of stabilizer, and you paid $19.99. You probably paid maybe 19 cents per sheet in that package. Yeah, right. So you want to make sure that you are incorporating. I spent 19 cents of stabilizer. I spent this much on the thread. This is how many stitches, and you know what I mean? Incorporate all that. What I'm trying to say is, even though the prices went up, okay, remember the stabilizer you're buying today did not cost the same as the stabilizer you bought last year. Same thing with the thread and even your blanks. So make sure that whatever prices you have on your items right now, they're covering the new cost of your items. Okay. Let's see. Oh, Angela says she uses Shippo and the mailman takes her packages. I had a scammer one time. Yeah, Harmony Bull, there's always one. That's what I say. I even say that at work. When there's a project, everybody agrees. But there's always one in the room where you're like, and I think to myself, who hired you? Let me say, no, I don't say that. Oh, everybody's excited about the gift exchange. I'm glad because I think it was really well received yesterday. What if I don't like the person that I'm supposed to make the gift for? Harmony, you got to do it anyway, okay? Be nice. It's the time of giving, okay? Let's see. Let's see what other questions. Can't believe. Yep, we're already in September. This year has gone by fast. It really has. Let me see. Those are frames you can buy for the patches. I use it. Yeah, there are a lot of frames that you can buy for patches. That's why I'm saying, just look around and see the alternatives, because not everybody's in the same predicament. You know what I mean? And Brilliance is a great program. One of the things that I do like about it is that it has different modules. So you just buy the module that you need for what you want to do. But it can get expensive. It really, really can. So that's why I really strongly recommend that, you start with Embrilliance Essentials because that's usually the first module. But then as you start looking at the other modules, make sure that before you buy it, it's something that you really do need and want to use. Because I kind of I went and I bought Stitch Artist 1, 2, and 3. I got the whole thing. And the ones that I find that I use is the Merly patches. I've been using that. The Enthusiasts, the Essentials, and the Density Repair. That I use a lot. And the Density Repair, I really like it because what it does is it actually looks through your design and eliminates unneeded stitches, which means that it will bring down your stitch count, which at the same time brings down the time that it takes for you to actually stitch your design. So, I kind of like that because I feel like that's a thread saver and a time saver. So to me, when I bought the Density Repair, I kind of looked at that as, that I could see the money coming back from that module because that's saving me time and it's saving me thread. So, yeah. So I'll be working hats like my girl be going. I'll tell you, college is so expensive. It really is. I need another thread rack. Any suggestions where to get it? I got my thread racks from Amazon, and my recommendation, Nancy, is thread is something that you're going to be investing a lot of money in for the simple fact that there are so many colors in different shades, and there's also different types of threads. There's the 40 weight and there's the 60 weight. When you start to do embroidery for thin fonts, you're gonna want to buy the 60 weight, but I recommend you buy those 60 weights when you need them. Okay, the 40 weight threads come in so many different colors, and when you start working on custom orders, for example, like when I work with a lot of the small business owners and they have their own logos, their logos already have colors embedded in them. And a lot of times what they want to do is they want to make sure that the thread actually matches the color of their logo. So that is where my color cards really come in handy because we get to look and see what is a thread that's really going to match their shirt or their logo really. And then that is when I go and I special order the thread for them. But so my thing is, as you can see, I have thread racks all over. I even have them on this wall on the side, and I still have threads underneath my desk right here in a big box, and I have threads in there in my closet. So I don't even have enough thread racks myself, okay? But I have all these colors, and even with all the colors and all the threads that I have, I still sometimes bump into a situation where I still have to order thread because the color that I have doesn't exactly match. And especially totally understand when you are a small business owner and that's your logo. That logo represents your company, and you need that logo to be perfect. You really do. So just like I don't like products leaving my shop half done, totally got it when they come to me and they say this is the logo and it has to match perfectly. And I totally got that, and I totally respect that because I know that's their bread and butter. And and that means a lot to them. So it's like, got it, But yeah, so make sure you have a lot of wall space, and stuff. But Amazon does have them, and I would say get the biggest racks you can find. That's for sure. There's nothing more satisfying to support a husband. Yeah, sweet Rose. Yeah, I'm pretty lucky. I like Fred. He's a cool cat. I like being married to him. He's funny, keeps me laughing, and he's a trip. I actually, we've been married, what, 11 years or 12 years, something like that. I don't know. We stopped counting. But yeah, we're old. We're old, and I don't know. It's fun. I like being married to him and stuff. He is very supportive in everything. I gotta say that is I'm very blessed with that and stuff. Um, yeah, Candle and Thread Art are good companies. Um, let's see. Yes, video, please. Okay, I'll make a video on the wine glass and stuff because I have some wine glasses, some extra ones and stuff, and then I'll make some and everything. Yeah, and you're gonna, after you apply the extra, do you just rinse it off? Yes, Linda, you do rinse it off, but use plastic gloves. I'll do the video and I'll show you the whole process and stuff. But you're gonna see I have gloves because that burns. You do not want that touching your skin. I don't even have the dog in the room because just like when I change my needles on my machines, Mellow's not here. I always take him out of the room. I close the door. I don't care if he's whimpering or whatever. Because sometimes a needle could fall on the floor or something like that. I don't want him to get hurt. And it's the same thing with this. This burns. And it even says it on here. See? Causes severe burns. Okay? So, yeah, you don't want to mess with this. So without any gloves. So yeah, I will show you exactly how I do it and how I do it to make sure I'm safe, so that way you guys can do it right. But it is really a neat idea. I've been doing that for years. I've been doing the etching before before sewing and so, and people love it. People actually love it. Let's see. Oh, and Michael's has senior citizens discounts on Tuesday. See, though, that's where you go on Tuesday and get it. And I'm telling you, just get the small bottle. The small bottle will last you a long time. The reason why I got the big bottle is because I had to start making them for people at my job. Because once one person came over for dinner and they got their glass in the word spread, and then before you know it, everybody was like, oh, I want one. And so then what I started doing was I said, let me get the big bottle, because then when Christmas came, this is another thing too, when Christmas came, what I did in the office was I made everybody a glass, and then I put the Hershey's Kisses that come in the Christmas colors. Well, I put Hershey's Kisses in here, and I put the plastic, and then I put it on people's desk. That's what I did. And people liked that because they were like, oh, so it was like they got the little Hershey Kisses, their Christmas candy, and then they had a personalized wine glass. So, God, I think I made like 50 of them, something like that. I made a lot of wine glasses for everybody and stuff, because the thing is, you don't want to make it for one person and then I make it for the other, because then everybody walks in, they see all these wine glasses, and they're like, oh, I didn't get one on my desk. You know what I mean? So not people could be. I didn't want anybody to feel left out. Do you recommend the free shipping on orders over 35? Whether you like it or not, Charlie girl, they're going to get free shipping if it's over 35. That is for sure. Now, not always, a lot of my items I offer free shipping. But the thing is, for the items that I sell, the shipping doesn't cost a lot. So that's why putting those things for free shipping isn't a bad idea for me, because they don't weigh a lot. So to ship one of the things that I get, I probably usually pay like about $3-4. And the thing is, it is a more attractive buy for the customer. Okay. If I'm selling something that's $22 or $23 and I have free shipping, if someone has free shipping, and then someone else has something very similar, but they don't have free shipping, sometimes, I know me as a consumer, I would be like, oh, well, I'm just going to go pay for it. The one with the free shipping, because that's usually even how I am when I buy my embroidery items, right? Like you know, and you'll even hear me if you look at the video where I'm comparing the prices of the thread, right? I'm like, okay, well, you know, the thread costs this much, but then you're telling you're going to charge me shipping. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, so you got to play with the numbers to see where you're getting the most bang for your buck. So I usually offer the free shipping. Now, if you're selling stuff that are very, very heavy and you want to offer the free shipping, I would make sure that you have an idea of what that average price of that shipping is going to be, and then incorporate the cost of the shipping into the price of the item. That's what I would do. You know what I'm saying? Because it then you're like, you know, I was only kidding. I know you were, Harmony. You're a trip. First patch you made, you could have made it dimmer. After watching your second video, you said something about stitching not being as full as you liked. Yes, what I meant by that, Barbara, was this is, and I ended up learning that there's different styles on the edges of patches, right? This is the Merle style. And, you know, the way that the stitching works with this, and I'm going to put this closer so you guys can see. As you can see, the stitching is kind of like triangles, right? And then that's why you get these little right here on the edge, you get like these little spacing, and it's because this is kind of like triangles. And then they have the thing. I think I'm a bad pointer, ain't I? I'm a bad pointer, but that's what I meant about the spacing. It's the border. It's just a different style, and this is called the Merle style. And sometimes people are looking for a more satin stitch look because of the way appliques work, right? They want something. So yeah, but that's what I meant. But you know, I'm gonna be honest with you. The more I have been playing with this style patch, the more I am growing fond of it. I kind of really like this. This is the same thing too, but as you can see, it's a little more fuller. You don't see anything inside, right? It looks a little bit better. So I don't know. It could be too just the colors. But let me put this a little closer. See, you just can see a little bit of the black in the edge of the border of the inside. That's just the only thing that I just didn't like. I was kind of like, I'm not feeling that. But that's, hey, it is what it is. I think that's how the old-fashioned patches used to be. I don't know. But yeah, I'm having fun learning about these patch making things. I really am. I mean, this is like really so cool and stuff. Let's see. I tried so hard to match your colors for your logo. I think I did well because it got airtime for about a year. Still gets airtime, my dear. Still gets airtime. But even though this isn't the one that you made me, the one that you made me is right here. For you guys that don't know that you're new, Harmony made this for me. This is the actual one that she made, and I have it hanging in my room. See, look. She did a beautiful job on my patch. She had it digitized. Isn't that cute? I love this. Love this. This made me cry when I got it. It did. It made me cry because I was like, I opened it and I was like, my God, it took my breath away. She did my logo. And it's just so wow. So I have it hanging in my room. I actually got it like on a little hook, and it's like this. And oh yeah, I love this thing. I love it. Love it. My favorite mask. And then what happened was I tried to redo what Harmony did, but I used my pattern. But I tried to do it for the simple reason that the reason why I wanted to redo it was because sometimes I was afraid to use it. I did not want to lose this at all. I did not want, because it's too special. It's just, you know, But instead, what I would do is I made sure I had my pocketbook that had like a zipper on the thing. And I made sure every time I took it off, it went right in there. I wouldn't put it down on a table, nothing. Because I was like, I'm not losing that. Even though Harmony said, I would make you another one. I'm like, no. Even if she made me another one, it wouldn't be the same because it's not the first one. It's that one. That's the one, So it's like, no, I never would I lose that stuff. All right, guys. Let's see. I am going to call it the night. It's funny because, oh my God, it's 10:30. Man, you guys can really hang with me. I would have thought I would have drove you guys crazy by now. You guys would have been like, I'm gone. And so that would have been like, hello, is there anybody there? And stuff. But I see you guys are still hanging in there. Yeah, she does beautiful, beautiful masks and stuff. But guys, I am going to say good night because it is 10:30 and I do want to go to bed. But before I go to bed, I have to clean this room. I got to organize this room and everything because tomorrow is to get up. And I want to video my in-depth 4-year review of the Brother SC 1900. I want to do that. And I know now you guys want me to do the etching of a wine glass. And I do want to do that for you guys as well because this is really, really cute. Thanksgiving is coming. This would be a cute idea for you guys to do for the Thanksgiving dinners too. And even, little gifts for your neighbors and stuff like that. You can etch their name on 2 wine glasses, give them a cheap bottle of wine or whatever, put it at their doorstep. That's another cute idea you could do. So, yeah, I'll do a video on that showing you guys how I do the etching and stuff like that so that you guys get an idea and you guys can rock and roll and do your little glasses and everything. And yeah, tomorrow I gotta also work on my new designs as well. So I am really busy because I am going to start preparing for the holidays. So all those things I talked to you guys about today, I am already on a roll and I am starting to, get in gear and do what I gotta do because I want to make sure that I make sure that I'm prepared for November and December and stuff. And hopefully the sales will be good because prices are up. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know how the shopping is going to go this year, if it's going to go well for us or not and stuff. So but I guess we'll see. And then we'll be talking about it in January. Whether we sold stuff or we didn't. We'll see. Okay. So guys, once again, thank you so much for spending Friday night with me. I really do look forward to these Friday embroidery happy hours. And I really am happy that you guys are enjoying these nights with me as well. As always, I love to share my advice. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. I do this every Friday at 8 o'clock. I always like to give advice, look up topics, research, and share information with you guys. Please consider joining our Facebook group, Embroidery Happy Hour Adventures. And hope you guys like this video and give me a thumbs up. So you guys have a great weekend. It's a long weekend. Please be safe out there. Have fun, enjoy, and you guys take care. I will see you guys later. So I am out of here. Love you all. Bye.